Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel, AmusedJester. I'm not entirely sure yet what I'm going to do with this video. I do want to show you a few things with this one. This is something that I just had an urge to do. I've been fighting it off. I finally did it. This is from a company called SquareSign. These are metal plates, photographs. I think some people are probably more familiar with something called this plate. But they're a little bit more expensive, and they did not want to go to the size that I wanted, and I wanted to get comic book size, because the idea that I wanted to do was just get these classic comic book covers and just put it on my wall. So initially, I believe for something like the size that I'm doing, which is I believe 7.5 by 10.5, the initial cost was $22 or something around that price, $21.50 per print. This is aluminum, by the way. So I said, let's try it out for a few of them, but then the shipping would have been like $15. So I looked at it, and there was like 4 that I wanted to print, and if I were printing 4, it would have been like, I think like $60, because it kept going down the more you print, or the more you choose to print. And with the additional shipping fee of $15, it's like, you know what? They have an offer that was free shipping on $100 of purchases. Oh, by the way, aside from the disc, the more you bought, the cheaper it got. I know it says do not use blade to open it. I'm going to use a blade to open it, but I'll just use it carefully. The more discount you got, the more you purchased. They also had a 10% welcoming discount, which I took advantage of. So I believe the true cost of, so I ended up trying to make a purchase of over $100, which was harder than I thought, because I didn't initially want to spend $100, but I just wanted to spend like $20. But then with the $15 shipping, I was thinking, you know what, that's a wasted $15. I know I wanted to try it out, but so I ended up spending $100. I believe this is $105 or something like that. No, hold on a second. Let me just verify that, because I ended up doing 6, because I tried getting to that 100, and I was expecting it at one point or another, but it just kept on giving me discount until the point, I think by getting 5 it was like $91. So I ended up getting a 6th one just so I can get over 100. So it ended up being like 100 and maybe 12. With, I think with taxes and everything, it ended up being 100. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, with 6 pieces, it ended up being $128, but that's with shipping. Wait, no, with taxes, because shipping was free. So with taxes, probably like 120. So it ended up still being, I think it was ended up being like $19.20 per print. Anyway, so I want to know. So it was hard to find sources for these comic book covers. I ended up going to heritage auctions. They seem to have, I found out, I was looking for it, they seem to have the highest resolution of the covers out there, which is basically like 1 meg, I think, per file. I guess that was the highest resolution it can give me. What I was afraid of is that it wasn't high enough, and I only wanted to test it out first. If it ended up being good, I mean, it still ends up being $20 per print. I don't know how many of these I will do. I'm definitely gonna be concentrating on comic book cover, golden age comic book covers, not silver, because silver I can get unless it's really iconic. But anyway, so you and I are gonna be seeing this for the very first time, and we're gonna look and see. Wow. Okay. So this is Batman number 8. So I got it from, these are actual scans of actual comic books that were on sale in heritage auctions. So it's not perfect. And I actually am okay with that. And I ended up cropping parts of it because it wasn't completely centered. That's why here in the Batman one, as you can see, it's kind of cut off here in the top. But what I'm curious about is the quality of the print. Do you see pixelation, or will I see pixelation and all that stuff? And so I'm gonna go close in so you can kind of see. So this is actually in the actual scan. Some nice, it's in the certain edges, it's kind of really nice and raised. This is metal, like I said. So that's Batman number 8. I really like that cover, so I grabbed it. Of course, Action Comics number 1. Now, I actually have a reprint of an Action Comics number 1. Let me take it out and look for it. So even though I already have the fake Action Comics number 1, I did want to print it out just to do color comparisons. Now, originally, I believe the original one was bigger, but so I wanted to see and compare the it's white over here. It's kind of interesting. So like I said, this is a scan of an actual Action comic, so it's got some fading and everything, which I kind of love anyway. So what I wanted to do was the vibrancy of the colors and everything, and I actually love it for the fact that this is just a scan that I got from Heritage Auctions. It's kind of cool. So this actually has a flaw in the reprint. I mean, I probably would have wanted to be a little bit more like this. Would you call saturated, more vibrant? You can see there's a difference between the two. But if I didn't have this one, and I was just working off of the images that I got from Heritage Auctions, I think this is freaking phenomenal. I think I'm going to be doing this more. I don't think I'll be doing it a lot, but I think I'm going to start building up more stuff for this. Because so with this plate, they had like a glue system where you can just magnetize it and everything, but with mine, I wonder how easy to scratch these things are. So these ended up being like $19.60 per. It is, there's not, now with this plate, they have an option called Textra, which increases, there's like textures and everything, but I actually kind of freaking like the fact that there's not a lot of texture in this one. This is, I put in the black cover in this one because I couldn't figure out, it would not expand. But freaking A. This is a very, I mean, I thought I was thinking when I was making this and I put the order through, I was thinking I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot for spending over $100 just to test something out. So you guys, I'm testing it out now for you. I'm telling you, SquareSigns. That's freaking amazing. Now, I did the editing of the photographs using the Microsoft editing tool. And then in the SquareSigns webpage, they have an AI tool to make it better. But when I used it, it actually made it worse because by making the colors more vibrant, it also caught the pixelation that's occurring. You remember when you used to photocopy certain photographs and it showed these pixelation squares? Well, it aggravated that, so I chose not to do that. So this is basically coming from just straight scans from Heritage Auctions. Now the other thing too, I think I tried using PixArt, you know, the AI enhancing app. But that made it worse because even though it did make it vibrant, the images, these it kind of made it worse for any kind of print. I couldn't recognize the print as actual print, but images, and it made it worse. So there, see these small pixelation you're seeing on the face as I'm zooming in? It made that worse, like a lot more bigger in size. And of course, and when you're working on your computer and looking at the monitor, this is slightly bigger than what you're seeing, or what you're seeing in the monitor is slightly bigger than what it is. So I kind of, it looks like it's printed and there's some sort of protective layer of plastic on top of it. And I'm glad what I'm looking at is like this one, see? Right there. I thought like that might be a damage on the surface, but it looks like it's actually just flecks coming off of the edges here. So I think what they did is it's a blank aluminum frame. They printed it and then they, what would you call it? Like cover it with a very, very thin clear plastic to protect the paint. And then they cut that off. They use some sort of heat press to make sure that plastic covering is bonded well. I have one more. So even though individually it's like $19.60 per print, it ended up with taxes being $20 per print. But oh my god, these are beautiful. Beautiful. Can you imagine these on my wall, on your wall? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna keep this short to this one. That's it. And I'll do the rest of my stuff for a different video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that helped you out. This is not sponsored by SquareSigns. I'm not getting any benefits if you guys choose to do that. I don't have any link for them or anything like that. It's just I tried it out. I love it. And for anybody who might be actually regulars on my channel and checks and wanted to see it for themselves and not have to spend any money and risk it, here it is. So for the see, the thing, it's up to you. If you want to do what I did, which is basically 6 prints, and you want to take advantage of everything, use it up for the first one. Might as well go out for the 100 and get 6 and maximize your potential discount. So I think it's welcome 10, the discount code. So takes up 10%. And the more of this you buy, the lower the price gets. And then to take advantage of the free shipping, you need to your order needs to be at least over $99. And with that, I ended up with 6. And of course, like I said, I just wanted to try it out. And so it was successful for me. So it's up to you guys. It's up to you. Man, if they ever do free shipping on any of their orders, I want to do like 1 or 2 at a time. I don't want to get 6. I want to maybe spend like 20, 30 bucks or 20 or 40 bucks, maybe like 1 print a month and slowly build up my prints. But it's just, it's the shipping and, you know, I understand the taxes and everything, but for the quality, this is metal, guys. Aluminum. That's amazing. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found it useful. And I guarantee you... Okay, by the way, before I go, make sure your files do not go lower than 700 kilobytes. If you know what terms in storage, 1 megabyte is 1,000 kilobytes. It's as close as you can to the 1 megabyte. These are it. So these are like 1 megabyte size files. And like I said, this is 7.5 by 10.5, I believe is what I chose. So yeah. So those are my tips. I hope you guys found it informative, enjoyable. If you don't want to spend $100 and if you're willing to just test it out yourself, then go for it. But I'm telling you guys, if you did it, it will be, I think you'll be amazed. And then I'll do the magnet system in my own way. I have my own magnets and all that stuff, so not a biggie. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys on my next review. Bye.